Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel and welcome to my Shop My Stash series. Basically, this series is where I pick new products out of my collection to focus on every single month, and then I share my thoughts and opinions with you guys on these products, and then we pick some new products and we just keep on going. So if that interests you, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Now let's go ahead and jump into these products. So first up, for foundations, I picked these three foundations here. If I'm not mistaken, it was only three. So first up, I have the NYX Total Control foundation. I did use this. I did get some good use out of this and I did enjoy it as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back. Next, I have my e.l.f. Camo CC Cream, which I also enjoyed, and I think I want to keep it in here for another month. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this in my everyday makeup because it has SPF in it, and I feel like that's perfect for the summer, and I would love to reach for this more. So I'm going to put this with my everyday makeup. And last, for foundations, I have my Fenty Hydrating, what is this called? Hydrating Longwear Foundation in the shade 420. I used this by itself at first and I was literally so oily, it was disgusting. Like, I looked greasy because it's really hot out here right now. Hydrating foundations in the summertime is just not a good combination, so I went ahead and started mixing this with their mattifying foundation, and y'all, that is a really good combo. I do have a whole video where I show you guys my routine with this foundation, so if you're interested in seeing that, I will have it linked down below. But my overall thoughts on this foundation is that it is really good. It's just not good for the summertime, which I kind of suspected because it's hydrating. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back. So next up, for primers, I have four. First up, I have my NYX Honey Do Me Up primer, which I absolutely love, but again, it's hydrating, and that for me in the summertime is just a no-go. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this back as well. Next, for this Maybelline primer, it has SPF in it, which I again love for the summertime. I cannot put this primer down. Like, I feel like I reach for this so much. I'm debating on if I should put it with my everyday makeup or if I should just put it in here for another month. This would be the third month that it's been in here, and I feel like I'm getting there with the use, you know what I mean? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put this with my everyday makeup for that reason, and because it has SPF 30. Love that for the summer. Next, I have the NYX Marshmallow Primer, which I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm literally almost done with this, so I might as well leave it in here for another month. And last, for primers, I have the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Primer, which I'm trying to use up because it expires within 6 months of opening it. I feel like it's been about 6 months since I opened this, so I'm gonna put this in here for another month, and then hopefully I can use it up this month because after that I'm pretty sure it's no good. Okay, next, for concealers, I have these three here. I did have a fourth one, which was the Fenty Eye Brightener. I don't know if that's considered a concealer, but I had that one in here. I don't know what I did with it, but I've been using that one like crazy. That's definitely graduating to my everyday makeup drawer, so let's just focus on these three. First up, I have the Maybelline Fit Me. This was actually my very first concealer that I ever used, like, in life. I repurchased this concealer so many times, and even to this day it still works really good and I still love it a lot. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this back. Next up, I have the AOA Studio Liquid Concealer in the shade Honey. I love this concealer. This concealer is actually really good, and I believe it's only $1 or $1.55 if I'm not mistaken. You can get it on Shop Miss website. It actually shocks me how good this concealer is, especially for the price. I would not mind using this up, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this in here for another month. Next, I have the NYX Born to Glow Concealer, which I feel like I got some really good use out of. I actually really like this concealer. It's really hydrating for under the eye, which I really appreciate, especially since I use setting powder under my eye, which dries it up, and I feel like hydrating concealers are less likely to crease, in my opinion, or at least with my skin. You know, I actually am going to put this back, but I really did enjoy it. Next, I have the Too Faced Melted Chocolate Matte Eyeshadow, which I use as an eyeshadow base, and I really love it. I enjoy it. I'm going to put this back though because I have something else in mind that I want to use. And I also have this P. Louise base dupe that I got off of Amazon that I have still not tried. I don't think I tried this, and I'm gonna keep this in here because I need to try it. And next, I have these two ColourPop cream eyeshadows. I'm really trying to get some use out of these because I feel like they're just gonna dry up super fast, but I'm low-key tired of them. Like, I'm tired of using this. This looks like it's already dried up. I don't know what to do with these things, but I'm gonna go ahead and put these back because I'm tired. Okay, so this is everything that I'm keeping out of this bin. I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the side. Next up for blush, bronzer, and highlighter, I have these Milani cream blushes. Y'all, these are so pretty. Like, I'm obsessed with these. I think these have already been here for 2 months if I'm not mistaken, but they're gonna be in here for a whole nother month because they're that good. I also have the Milani baked blushes in cherry on top and peach of me, which are also really good, but I'm gonna go ahead and put these back and pull these back out for another time. Next up for bronzer, I have the Colored Rain bronzer, and I have the shade Naughty Spice. This is what it looks like. I did get a pretty good amount of use out of this, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it back. It's really a pretty bronzer. If you need a bronzer, then I would highly suggest that you pick this one up. And I also have the Sephora bronzer in the shade Ibiza. I like this bronzer too, but I was less likely to pick this one up because I have that Sephora face palette that you guys will see in a minute. I don't know. I feel like I used it, but I didn't use it enough. So I'm gonna put it back in here. Okay, next for highlighters, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Iced Out highlighter. And I finally used it this month. I'm trying not to blind y'all, but I finally used it this month and it is so gorgeous. This is a really, really pretty highlighter. I don't know why I couldn't seem to pick it up at first, but let me go ahead and swatch it for you guys so you can see. Look how gorgeous that is. I definitely underestimated this highlighter, which is why it took me so long to actually reach for it. And now that I reached for it, I'm not ready to put it back, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it in here for another month. Next, I have my Chanel highlighter in the shade Warm Gold. This is what it looks like. I did get some good use out of this, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it back. I love this highlighter though. Like, I have no issue ever picking up this highlighter, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back. And last but not least, I have the Dose of Colors highlighter in the shade Royal Hotness. I did not reach for this month. Let me actually swatch it to see how it looks on my skin. Oh, that's really, really pretty. Highlighters are my weakness. Oh, and blend it out, it looks really, really pretty on me. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in here for another month because it's really pretty and I'm mad I didn't use it. So this is what's staying from this area. I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the side. Okay, next up for setting powders, I have the Fenty Beauty lavender setting powder, which I fell in love with this month. I could not put this down. This was also included in my Fenty routine video where I showed you guys how I use this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and link that down below. It's where I tried out the Fenty Heat lip gloss. So if you're interested in that product as well, you might want to check that video out. But this really impressed me. If you're someone that likes to very lightly set underneath their eyes and you want like a brightening effect to it, then this is what you need. I know it looks really light, but if you just go in really, really light, like with a really light hand, that is all you need, I promise. I'm trying to think. If I keep this out, then I'm gonna want to keep this as well because I used these together. But I'm not gonna do that, so I'm just gonna put this one back as well. Next up, I have my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, which got pushed to the back this month. I did not use this at all, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this in here for another month. And I believe this goes with that. So next up, I have my lip glosses, which y'all, I picked some really good lip glosses this month. Like, I'm really happy with all of my choices this month except one. Well, we'll get to that in a minute. So I did use my Essence Girls United Ulta lip gloss in the shade Finesse. It's a really pretty pink lip gloss. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back though. I'm just gonna mention the ones that I want to mention real quick because I don't want to have to go through all of these. I feel like it's gonna make the video too long and I'm not sure that y'all even interested in all that. So next, I have these Dose of Colors lip glosses that I like to use together. I kind of like to like line my lips with this one and then put this one in the center. Y'all, it is such a good combo. This is the shade Hot Cocoa and this is the shade Macchiato. Super, super pretty. Like, I'm keeping this in here for another month. I'm gonna put those to the side. Real quick, let's get into these Anastasia lip glosses. So this is a Anastasia lip gloss in the shade Citrine, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like this, but it is literally so like clumpy on the lips. It don't look good on the lips to me. I'm not sure if I bought it expired because I just opened this, even though I got it from Marshall, so you never know. But it's a really, like, the shimmer is so pretty. Honestly, I just don't know how to use this lip gloss because I'm not used to such an intense shimmer from a lip gloss. Like, it kind of looks like an eyeshadow. So if you have any tips or tricks to using these, please leave them in the comment section down below, because I would love to know, because I have a whole, what, 12 of them, because I bought a whole set of them. So yeah, I need help. And then this is the shade Undressed, which I don't think I used this one. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't use this one. It's just so thick. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, we like thick lip glosses, but this, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back though until I figure out how to use them, because I don't know what I'm doing. Next up, I have my ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lips, which I got some good use out of, and I'm gonna put back. I also have these LA Colors lip glosses that I'm gonna put back that I love. If you see these at Dollar Tree, pick them up because they're really good. And I also used my e.l.f. Retro Paradise Electric Lemonade, I think is what it's called. Yeah, I use this one. It's really pretty, really good. Always love using that. And next I have the e.l.f. Modern Metals lip gloss. They don't sell this anymore, and I'm trying to use it up because I have a backup, and I think this one is going bad, so I need to like use it. I only have a little bit left. I know that it was laying flat so you can't really see, but I only have a little bit left, so I might as well use this up. So I'm gonna put this back as well. And next I have this Essence Girls United lip gloss in the shade Top Notch, which I did not use. Once again, I got it on clearance for $1 at Ulta, and I used all the other ones, but I'm just not feeling like a purple lip gloss right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this back until I'm ready for that. I also have this Marc Jacobs lip gloss that I forgot to use, so I'm gonna put this back. And then I have this AOA lip balm that I just used before I put on lip gloss, so I'm just gonna leave that in there. So all of these are going back in my collection, and these ones are gonna stay in my Shop My Stash for a whole nother month. And now let's get into these eyeshadow palettes. So first up, I have the Dominique Cosmetics Latte 2 palette, which is gorgeous and I love, and I feel like it's perfect for the summertime or just in general. Like, you got your neutrals, you got your pops of color, or pastel pops of color at that. I'm in love with this palette and I'm not ready to put it back, so it's gonna stay for another month. So next up, I have the Artist Couture Caliente palette, which I did a beautiful look with this month. I will insert a photo. This is what it looks like. I really enjoyed using this palette as well, but I'm going to go ahead and put it back for now. Next up, I have this Adept palette, which I have my Give Me Glow singles in. So this is what it looks like, and I did the prettiest look with this palette. I'll also insert a picture of the look that I did with this palette. I use this really pretty like periwinkle type of shade. This is what it looks like. It is so gorgeous. This shade literally made the whole look. I did not have to try hard in any other areas because this shade stole the show. I'm actually satisfied with the use that I got out of this palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it back. And next, I got a bunch of palettes that I did not use, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So first, I have the Nicka K Oh Honey palette. Actually, wait a minute. You know what? I did use this palette. I used this one. This has a really pretty gold. I think it's between these two. I'm not sure. I'll just swatch a few shades for you guys. Look at how intense that is. This was sent to me from Brie Marie, and oh y'all, these colors are so intense. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back though. I did enjoy the Oh Honey palette, and you know, once I'm ready, I'll pull the Watermelon palette out. Just another look at these shadows, and these are super affordable, so you know, I just needed to have its moment. Next up, I have this Ofra palette that I did not use once again, but I dug my nail in. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back for now. I'm just not into this right now for some reason. Maybe one day I will be, but I'm just not ready to use this yet. Next up, I have the Lemon Solo palette from ColourPop. I used this once last month, and I only used these two shades, but I really want to dive into those two, and I feel like this is a really pretty summery palette, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this back in here for a third month because I don't know. And next up, I have these Natasha Denona palettes. I have the Peak palette, the Ayana palette, and the Jubilee palette. I really want to use these, so I'm going to keep these in here for another month because I still did not use it. And again, with the yellow, I really want to use this yellow. Like, that is gorgeous. And then this deep navy blue. Look at that. Like, look how pretty that blue and that yellow is. Like, I need to do a look with this. So I'm going to go ahead and keep these in here for another month and put all the other palettes back. For face palettes, I have the Sephora Pro palette in Deep. This is what the inside looks like. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put this with my everyday makeup because I cannot seem to put this down. It is literally so perfect. I like to use this as a eyeshadow. It's the shade Glitz. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it for you guys so you can see. And these pans are so huge. Look at that. Look how gorgeous that is. Like, yes. And then the shade Epic is like deep enough to be a bronzer, but you can also use it as an eyeshadow. And this shade Red Carpet, it's a blush, but you can also use that as an eyeshadow. Like, this palette is just so pretty. I'm also going to swatch the shade LA for you. Y'all, look at these shades. They're so pretty. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this with my everyday makeup because I can't seem to put this down anyway. So I actually forgot to put this palette with the palettes that I'm going to keep for another month. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. That's going to stay in there. And so these are all the products that I'm going to filter back into my collection, and then we're going to pick some new products for this month. So quick update, if you watch my Vanity Clean With Me / updates, I mentioned this laundry bag that I got from Dollar Tree and how I clean my sponges in them. Just to show you guys how clean they come back, and they are still wet, so they're a little damp and bigger than usual, but they come back really clean. I just feel like that hack works really well. So first up, we're going to pick out a couple of foundations. First, I'm going to grab this Clinique foundation. It has SPF 15 in it. I actually got this for free when I reached Diamond at Ulta, so I'm really excited to try this out. And I'm actually going to grab my Born This Way foundation in the shade Chai. It's been a while since I reached for this, and I really like this foundation, so I'm going to go ahead and use this up. And do I want to grab something else? And I'm also going to grab this Pretty Fresh hyaluronic acid tinted moisturizer. But I bought this and I think I used it maybe once or twice. I did not get much use out of it, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that out as well. And those are going to be my 3 foundations for this month. And for concealers, first up, I'm gonna pull this e.l.f. hydrating camo concealer. Actually, it's the 16-hour camo concealer in the shade Fair Warm. I use this as an eyeshadow base, and it's been a while since I actually reached for this, so I feel like it's about that time. So I'm actually pulling that as an eyeshadow base. I need to put this with my eyeshadow bases and not my concealers, because I definitely cannot use that as a concealer. And then for concealer, I have 2 of these. So I'm going to pull these Pretty Fresh concealers. I don't remember which one worked for me, but I'm going to pull both of them out because I'm pulling out the tinted moisturizer, so I might as well pull those out as well. And I'm also going to pull out my Born This Way concealer in the shade Butterscotch, so I'm just going to pull that one out to go with the foundation. And I think that is it for my foundations and concealers. Next up, for primers, so I've been wanting to pull out this e.l.f. Mint Melt primer for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that out for this month. And I'm also going to pull out my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer as well. So 2 e.l.f. primers. That's it for that drawer. And this drawer, I have setting sprays, which honestly, I'm really not good at switching up my setting sprays. I usually just use it and then use it up. So I've been actually running through this one pretty rapidly, as well as my ColourPop Pretty Fresh one. So I'm just going to keep switching on and off between those. And I actually do want to pull out this highlighter for this month because this is a really pretty highlighter. I'm going to open it and show you guys. This is what it looks like. I think I used this like a couple months ago, and I've been thinking about this, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one out. And if you saw my last Clean With Me / Vanity update, then you know why these are in here, because I just have nowhere else to put them. So even though it don't make sense, that's just where they at. Next, we're gonna get into blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. So first up, I definitely want to pull out this Soul bronzer. I've been thinking about it. This is a shade Dark, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out. I'm also gonna pull out this CoverGirl bronzer in the shade, it's a shade Ebony. It is a really pretty bronzer. Now that I'm looking at this bronzer, it really does remind me of the Vanity Greg highlighter from Morphe in the shade Bahamas. These two look very similar. I would say this one is a little more red, but they look really similar. I actually really like this bronzer, and now I'm debating on which one I want to pull out. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pull both of them out, and then that way I can see which one I wish for more, even though I like both of them. So I think these are the only bronzers I'm gonna pull out this month. So now let's get into some blush. I did receive this one in my BoxyCharm last month. Let me open it. My camera is having a really hard time focusing right now, but this is a Laura Mercier highlighter I got in a BoxyCharm last month in the shade Kir Royal. I think I'm just gonna pull that one out because I haven't even like touched it or anything. And then I also got both of these NARS blushes in BoxyCharms recently. I don't think I've tried either one of them. Let's see what they look like. This one is kind of giving me the same vibe as the one I just pulled out, but this one is shimmery. This is a shade Blissful. So here are the two side by side, and I definitely think they look very similar. This one just has shimmer and this one is matte. I'm gonna just go ahead and pull them both out because I haven't tried either one of them yet and I really want to. This is a NARS Orgasm blush that I got in at Boxy Luxe last month that I also have not tried, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out. And with that, I might as well pull out the Orgasm highlighter because I think they'll go good together, since I think they're supposed to be together. I don't know, so we're gonna try that out. I kind of want to pull one of these e.l.f. little blush highlighter duos. This one's really pretty. And I think it's gonna be between these three, and I think I'm gonna go with that one just because it has a whole different vibe from any of the other blushes that I pulled this month. This is in the shade Leche or Leech, I don't know. So these are the 4 blushes that I'm gonna pull for this month. And now we're gonna get into highlighters. So since I pulled 2 NARS blushes, I'm gonna go ahead and pull my NARS highlighter in the shade Ibiza. This is what it looks like. It's a very pretty highlighter, so I'm definitely excited to pull that. I have a Laura Mercier highlighter somewhere in here and I don't know where it is, but I really want to pull it. So I'm going to pause this video right here and look for it really quick. Hopefully I can find it. Okay, so I found it. It was like all the way in the back, but this is the Laura Mercier highlighter that I have. It's pretty light. I don't know if I've tried it out before or not, but hopefully it works for me. This is in the shade 1. And I'm also going to try out this sample of the Rare Beauty Blush and Glow liquid highlighters and liquid blushes because I'm really considering buying a new liquid highlighter for my birthday, and my birthday is August 3rd, so I want to go ahead and try these out before I commit to that purchase. And speaking of liquid highlighters, I'm also going to pull out this iconic London Illuminizer highlighter in the shade Original, I think is what it's called. But I've been wanting to try this out for a minute and it's about that time, so that's what we're gonna do. So here are all the highlighters that I'm gonna be pulling out for this month. So that's it for this drawer. Okay, actually I lied because I have to pick out a powder and a setting powder. So I'm gonna actually pick this Hourglass Veil powder because I really love this powder and it's been a while since I reached for it. So that's gonna be my loose powder for this month. And then for a pressed powder, I'm just gonna go with my Maybelline Superstay because I really like this powder. So now I'm officially done with that drawer. I actually forgot this is a highlighter too, so that goes in that category. So I have quite a bit of highlighters to use this month. So next, let's get into these eyeshadow palettes, but first let me show you guys something. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a quick little Marshalls haul because I found some Cara Beauty palettes at Marshalls that I'm going to include in my Shop My Stash this month. So I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone and haul them and pull them out for the Shop My Stash at the same time. So first I have the With You palette. Oops. Okay, really pretty everyday type of shades. And next up I have the Daydream palette, which I think is like a green. Yeah, really pretty greens and whatnot. So I'm gonna pull that one as well. And then I have the Wildflower palette, also really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and pull all three of these palettes. I got these for $5.99 at Marshall's, and I really want to try them out. And I also got the Free Spirit Wild Heart palette for $8.99, I think it was, at Marshall's. And this one is a lot more colorful, but it is literally so pretty, and I cannot wait to use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull all these Cara Beauty palettes for this month's Shop My Stash because I'm really excited to try them out. And let's get into these drawers. Last month in my Boxy Premium, I got this Dominique Cosmetics Transition palette, and I cannot seem to put this palette down. It's so beyond perfect. So I'm gonna put this with my everyday makeup. So that's gonna be with my everyday makeup. And let's get into these other palettes. This is a really pretty palette too. Do I want to use it? Nah, I don't want to use that right now. So I don't think I'll be pulling anything from that drawer, but let's see about this one. I've been really eyeballing this Ciate London palette. This is what it looks like. It's really pretty, but I'm actually not gonna pull that this month. I feel like that'll be better for like September or something. So yeah, so nothing out of that drawer either. So I've actually really been wanting to use the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place because I haven't been using my Juvia's Place palettes in a while, and this one is really colorful and summer friendly. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one out. And I actually think that's it from these drawers. So let's move over to my shelves and we'll pick some more palettes from over there. Okay, from this shelf, I kinda wanna pull this BFF palette from BH Cosmetics because I still have not tried this out. So here's the inside of this palette. It's really pretty. I feel like it's gonna be a really pretty palette for the summertime. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out because I need to go ahead and use this. It's been a while. I kind of wanted to do a tutorial with this palette, but I feel like I'm so late. But let me know in the comment section down below if you guys will still be interested in seeing me use this palette. I do have 3 other Cara Beauty palettes that I kind of wanted to use as well this month, but I'm just going to pick one, which is this one because it's really colorful. This is what the inside of the palette looks like, and I think this palette will be fun for the summertime as well. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this one too. This is another palette that I got from Marshall's, but at a different time, and I think these were $8.99 because I got all of mine from Marshall's. I actually have 2 other ones back here that I also got from Marshall's for $8.99. So yeah, if you guys see these at Marshall's, I definitely recommend you pick them up. I feel like I'll sleep on them for a minute, and then when I picked up the first one and tried it out, I was like, dang, I wish I would have grabbed the ones that I had seen the first time, but you know. But I think that's actually it for palettes. I have so many palette options. So now we're gonna get into my lip section. So I already know I want to pull my NYX This Is Milky Gloss in the shade FOMO because I've been thinking about her. And I also want to pull out this one. This is the shade Milky Pink. So I'm just going to pull these 2. And then let's get into these drawers. So I actually want to pull these 2 mini melt lip glosses. I have the shades Mint Sprinkle and a hint of mint. I had to just move the drawers completely because I'm not trying to drop them. So I want to pull these 2 Il Makiage lip products. This is a liquid lipstick and then a lip gloss. I remember loving these 2 together, so I want to go ahead and pull both of those out. And I finally found the right ginger snap, so I want to pull this one out. And really quick, I just want to show you guys what the pinkier one looks like next to the brown one. I don't know why they still had the pink one in stores when everybody was looking for this one. So yeah, I'm just gonna pull that out. So these are actually all the lip products that I'm gonna pull for this month. And just to give you guys a quick overview, here is all the products that I picked out for this month, and let's go ahead and organize them into the drawer. Okay, so this is the best I could do for this month. I feel like this drawer got a little crowded this month, but that's okay because I plan on coming with the looks this month, so that's fine. So now we're going to organize the eyeshadow palettes. Okay guys, that is it for this month's Shop My Stash. If you want to hear my thoughts and opinions on these products, make sure you subscribe so I can give you guys my update next month. But for now, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.